Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to John Mickelson Field on the campus of Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you as we get you ready for Eastern Arizona College women's soccer. As they come into today 6-2 overall, 3-1 in the ACC, winners of 3 straight. They are taking on the Yavapai Rough Riders, who are 4-3-1 overall, 1-3 in the ACC this season. Starting lineups today for Rosie DeWeese's Yavapai Rough Riders. In goal will be 00 Talon Bennett, having an .851 save percentage on the year. Starting lineup, number 2, Dottie Beathers. Number 3, Jill Young. Number 4, Gracie Barbush. Number 5, Gracie Folks. Number 10, Kiara Campbell. Number 13, Liberty Baker. Number 14, Sophia Herrera. Number 16, Regan Peterson. Number 17, Morgan McLean. Number 18, Mia Hauser. Number 19, Bethany Vargas. The starting lineup today, the starting lineup for Charles Long's Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters. Larissa Sanchez will be in goal today. She has a less than 1 goal per game against, .86 goals against, and has only allowed 5 goals this season. On the pitch today for the Monsters, Sofia Oliveira, Andrea Perez, Suika Shibutani, Lucy Potter, Kami Smith, Cadence Wardell, Lo Oliveira, Abby Sanford, Bryn Kelly, and Gabriela Fili Moyatu. Yavapai in green will have the ball first as we get this afternoon's contest underway. There is weather in the area, so hopefully we get this one in. Shibutani heads it away, but Yavapai keeps it in the attacking end. Lucy Potter in control for the Monsters. Kami Smith down the far side to Wardell, not able to hang on to it. Monsters will put some pressure on and forces Yavapai to kick it back towards goal and then cleared. Nice pressure there by the Monsters to force the retreat back towards the keeper. Looks like the Eastern Arizona College Marching Band is here this afternoon. The Eastern Arizona Cheerleaders here as well. It's homecoming 2025 at Eastern Arizona College. Shibutani to Fili Moyatu. She'll send it across to Abby Sanford. Looking for Kami Smith on the far side. There was a high school football game played on this field last night, which is why you see the yard markers. But the field seems to be in pretty good shape. There was no rain to speak of last night. There has been, though, if you've been watching the regional and national news, Globe, Arizona, in Miami, Arizona, just about an hour from us here in the Gila Valley. They are dealing with some devastating flooding because of storms the last couple of days. Perez with the ball near side. Kept in. And then kicked out by the Rough Riders. Shibutani back to Sofia Oliveira. Now to Lowe. Stolen by Yavapai, and then cleared out. Yavapai throw. Perez there to knock it away. She's pushed from behind by Folks. And a whistle and a foul. Lo Oliveira will send it to Shibutani. Works against the defender. And picked up by Yavapai. Lucy Potter clears, but can't clear the near side of the field. Yavapai reverses. Near side to number 16, Regan Peterson. She sends it in towards, that looks like number 6, Natalie Arangier, or Arangire. Neither could be right. Now a corner for Yavapai. Sends it across, headed away by Shibutani. And now Bryn Kelly on the run, on the counter. She's got help to her right with Wardell. Kelly gets behind the defense, still on the run. Nice move by Kelly. Trying to do it all herself, kicks it off the shin of a defender. And the threat will dwindle for the Monsters. Potter keeps it in, though. Now to Oliveira. Oliveira with some fancy footwork, bounces it off a defender to Perez, and an offside flag is up. As Perez was just offside. Eagle Mountain, Utah, Roswell, New Mexico, welcome to the show. Yavapai on the attack. They've got options. Oliveira tracking and able to stop the attack. Nice job by Sofia Oliveira. Up to Potter, now to Perez. Give and go to Wardell. Wardell sends it ahead to Potter. Potter overruns the ball, but kicks it forward, trying to get around the defender. Not able to get back to it, though. Nice effort for the Monsters. It will be a throw by the Rough Riders. Potter able to get it back to Kelly. Kelly ahead to Wardell. The captain tries to swing it wide to Kami Smith, but knocked down by the back line of the Rough Riders. Yavapai sends it through, headed back by Oliveira to Oliveira, who kicks it back over her head. Wardell has it. Nice pass ahead to Perez. That is onside. One-on-one with the keep. Perez sends it to the back of the net, and the Monsters on the board. Less than 10 minutes in. It was Andrea Perez finding the back of the net. They're trying to get the timekeeper to stop the clock. They finally do with 38-19. But EAC on the board first on a Perez. Goal. Assist to Wardell. They are, I think, trying to put some time back on the clock. It's run even further down now. I'm just guessing. 38-54 is where we are on the clock. 1-0 Monsters. That's a quick start the Monsters needed. They've won 3 in a row, looking for 4, and that's a good way to get it going. Sanford with the possession for the Monsters. Sends it ahead. Kelly not able to control it. Ricochets over to Potter, over to Wardell. She's already got 1 assist. Sends it ahead to Kami Smith, who's on the dead run right side, onside, down the right sideline. Smith able to keep it over the line. Nope, just went over for a goal kick. Nice effort by Kami Smith down the right side on a dead sprint. I'm going to open the door so you can hear the EAC marching band. Not very many junior colleges are you going to show up to watch a soccer match and have a marching band in attendance. only at Eastern Arizona College, because they are the only junior college marching band in the state of Arizona. Eastern with another chance, just a little bit behind Brid Kelly as she was attacking. Now Kami Smith with an option, with an opportunity, but she pulls down the defender trying to get around her. It's going to turn into story time. Back when Eastern Arizona College had football, they were playing Snow College from Utah. And the quarterback from Snow College, who ended up going on and playing Division I football, I can't remember where he went and what his name was, but he complained to the officials that the band was playing too loud from the stands. And they actually gave the Eastern Arizona College band a penalty, 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty, a near run out there by Yavapai, but Eastern able to stop it with Fili Moiatu in the center back. Eastern trying to find some room. They do. Potter sends it ahead. Onside to Bryn Kelly, but Talon Bennett there to stop it for Yavapai. Back to my football story. And so the Eastern Arizona College marching band at the time had T-shirts made and wore them proudly the rest of that season that said, "Too loud for football." EAC marching band, too loud for football. Wardell, far side, loses the defender. Nice job. Nice strength there. Wardell ahead to Kami Smith. Lo Oliveira trying to find it, but can't. Yavapai on the attack. Play on, says the official. Bethany Vargas with it, sends it ahead. Nobody there. Sophia Oliveira going to run back and clear it for the Monsters into their bench far side. Throw in far side by Yavapai. Sends it ahead. Kelly didn't see the pass coming, didn't release, and Yavapai will get back to stop the threat. But a missed pass on the way out, intercepted by Potter. She's got some options, and over the line and out. She had Kelly heading to the net, but not able to run down the ball. Clouds are starting to build. I do see some rain and lightning off to the east of us. Hopefully that stays well off to the east. Pretty much no wind right now, though. Yavapai up the far sidelines. Hassled there by Smith. Now stolen by Sanford. Back to Oliveira. To Lo Oliveira. Sends it up the near side to Perez. Nice pass to Perez. Can't hang on to it, though. Picked up by Peterson for Yavapai. The one touch, not there as they were looking for Jill Young on the run. And a whistle and a foul as Oliveira clears it. Young got a cleat into the shin or the knee of Oliveira. She's going to go down. And if I know anything about Sophia Oliveira, I know that it's going to take a lot for her to stay down. And she is back up to walk it off. Some deep breaths. If you've never taken a cleat to the shin, I don't recommend it. Bryn Kelly with it. Near side of Fili Moiatu. She's going to send it down towards Wardell. Headed up by Herrera. Wardell still has it, though. Into the zone. Sends it left side, and a save by Talon Bennett. And cleared out by the Rough Riders. Nice effort there by Wardell. Eastern leads 1-0 on a Andrea Perez goal with the assist from Wardell. 33 minutes left in the first half here on what is really a gorgeous afternoon in southeastern Arizona. Fall has decided to find us finally. The high was in the high 80s today, which is a gorgeous day in these here parts. Peterson with it. Finds Young. Young can't find anywhere to go with it. Oliveira gets it up to Kelly. 50-50 ball. And that's a great pass. Can Perez get to it before it hits the line? She does. Keeps it in for the Monsters. Left side. And a give and go from Kelly back to Perez and cleared out by Herrera on the near side. Looks like Yavapai has a sub ready. When the official's going to let them in, that is everybody's question. Kelly will throw for the Monsters. Into Wardell. She tries to curl, and that will go over the line for a goal kick. I thought it was going to be a corner, but they're going to say it ricocheted off of Wardell. So Bennett will kick, and heading off will be Dottie Beathers for Yavapai, and can't quite see the number of the player that came on. Get that to you as soon as we can. Yavapai sends it up to midfield, but the Monsters there to collapse on the ball handler. Now through a heel flick to Jill Young. Oliveira there for the tackle. Official says play on. Fili Moiatu heads it out of harm, and a nice clearance there by Oliveira. Kelly on the run to the near side. It's going to stay in bounds. Wardell jumps in front of the pass, but he gets sent right to a Yavapai player. Through the middle is Morgan McLean to Jill Young. Fili Moiatu with the clearance. Off to Shibutani, near side to Perez, the goal scorer. Perez sends it ahead to Wardell, onside, but Bennett comes out to make the save for Yavapai. Sends it up the near side, and that's going to go out of bounds. It's an awkward fall on the near side by Natalie. Leading goal scorer this year for Yavapai is number 9, Sophia Fotrell. 4 goals for her. She did not start today. That may have been who came on. It is a single digit, but I can't tell from here. Leading goal scorer this year for the Monsters, Bryn Kelly with 8 goals. That is 5th best in the ACC. Kami Smith has 5 assists this year to lead the Monsters. Wardell in the corner to Potter. Now to Kelly. She can score from pretty much anywhere, and knocked away, but low Oliveira there for the Monsters. Off to Abby Sanford, off the right side. Back to Kelly, back to Sanford. Looking for Smith up the right sideline, finds her. Gets her bearing, sends it across to Kelly. Kelly not able to hang on to it. Cleared there by Yavapai to the near side, and it will go over the line as Fili Moiatu gets a gentle tap there on the way by. Soccer is definitely a contact sport. Into Wardell. Yavapai tries to run the counter. Up to Young. Young one-on-one against Oliveira. Oliveira tracking. And now we'll get there to clear it for the Monsters. She's going to try to keep it in. And sends it right back to Young. Near side, fires a shot up and over. We'll call that a shot on goal. But Larissa Sanchez, who's only given up 5 goals this season, was not bothered. Sanchez sends it ahead to Perez, right back to Potter, to Perez, and finds Potter again, now to Wardell. Wardell sends it near side, can't find Kelly, who was breaking loose. Oliveira. Now Now to Kelly. Wardell. Loses the defender. Up to Kelly. To Potter. Monsters not in a hurry. I think that's probably my favorite part of watching this Gila Monster women's soccer team is they do not get in a hurry. Shibutani with it. Slips down, sends it to Perez, who gets behind the defense. Perez saves it, kicks it back out to Potter. Potter, left-footed, saved by Bennett off the near post. And Potter just missed another goal for the Monsters. Smith chases on the far side. Yavapai controls at midfield. Oliveira keeps Yavapai from a quick run through there. Now to Perez. Perez up the near side. Leaves it for Potter at midfield. Potter back to Fili Moiatu, but taken away by Young, and a big collision between Potter and Young. And Young took the right shoulder of Potter off of her chin. Seems to be okay. Yavapai will kick from midfield as Peterson sends it towards the edge of the 18. Now back to Peterson near side. Peterson ahead right side. Now Peterson gets it back. Left-footed in towards the 18, headed down by Oliveira. Now up to Wardell. Wardell on the run. Sends it through the legs of the defender, right side to Smith. Smith turns and is knocked down, no whistle. And they're going to say it is a throw-in far side for Yavapai. Monsters able to control it back, though, to Potter. Towards Peterson, now to Kelly. Kelly knocked off her line, and Yavapai will run it down far side. Throw in, far side by Yavapai. Abby Sanford heads it away. Over towards Jory Gallegos, the head athletic trainer, who casually watches it go by. Nice effort there, Jory. Throw in by Yavapai. Back to Bennett. This Monsters defense has been good at midfield. I mean, the back line is always good. Young leaves it off to Vargas. Vargas on the run, near side. Fili Moiatu in position, knocks it away. Nice job. And she'll lead the break up to Kelly. Kelly finds Wardell at midfield. Now to Potter. Potter up to Fili Moiatu. Knocked out by Peterson, and it will be an Eastern throw. One 0 lead for the Monsters. Substitution on for Eastern Arizona College. Perez will come off. Ana Julia Carlesi on, 3 assists this season. And the referee will stop the clock and head over and talk to the assistant referee on the far side. They're talking with Rosie DeWeese, the head coach at Yavapai College. On the far side, now the officials are heading over to talk to Eastern Arizona. And are we going to have a water break? We are. We're going to go ahead and have a water break here at Eastern Arizona College. The score, 1-0 Eastern Arizona College on top. 23-12 left in the first half. We'll be back right after this. Back to live action. It'll be a heel monster throw after the hydration minute. Into Kelly. Kelly spins with it. Finds Wardell. Wardell to low Oliveira. She can fire from range. Knocked away from Potter. She'll chase it down. Still not real sure. Potter hits the deck and a foul called against Yavapai. Still not real sure what the official went to the sidelines for. And the referee coming to the sidelines. Is the band too loud? And maybe the marching band is too loud for soccer as well. Is the referee telling the band directors? I think he's telling them they can't play during play. And now, athletic director Paul Demuth is involved in the conversation. So now that's two forms of football that the marching band is too loud for, apparently. It'll be a kick by Carlesi. Sends it towards the 18, headed by Kelly, and offside. The flag is up. I'm going to research that. I mean, the coaching staff from Yavapai is the one that brought that into play. So I am going to research that rule. Because just because a coach or referee says you can or cannot do something doesn't mean that's the actual rule. Peterson. Right side. Low Oliveira clears it left-footed. Wardell gives chase. Low Oliveira gets a foot on it, knocks it away. Sophia Oliveira chases it down. Over the head of Bryn Kelly. Kami Smith able to clear it far side. Some substitutions on for Yavapai and Eastern. Coming on for Eastern Arizona will be number 2, Nanami Tanaka. Number 8, Haley Ropoletto. Number 4, Brianna Castro. And number 12, Addison Smith on for the Monsters. So according to the NJCAA handbook, bands can play, but not while the ball is live, which in soccer is most of the time. And that's just a quick search. I mean, that may be not for soccer specifically, but it's what it says for NJCAA sports. Sanchez able to corral that one easily. Out to Fili Moiatu. Down to Addison Smith, fresh legs and cleared by the back line of Yavapai. Carlesi will throw into Potter. Right back to Carlesi. She'll send it left-footed. Tried to find a cutting Castro. Potter keeps it in. Now Castro, center of the field. Castro sends it in, and is Carlesi able to get there? She is, but it's knocked out by Bennett, and a corner kick for the Monsters. Carlesi will set up the corner. 19 minutes to play in the first half. Eastern leads 1-0. Carlesi sends it across. That's a deep cross. Potter gets a head on it, but not able to do anything with it. And cleared out by Yavapai. Eastern will throw with Nanami Tanaka. Throws it in. Chased down and cleared out by Yavapai. Over to Carlesi, near side. Sends it to Low Oliveira. Gives it right back to Carlesi. Saves it on the in line. Now back to Low. Low goes left. She'll get around the defender. What a move. In through. Nobody there on the cross. Tanaka will chase it down far side. Out to Sanford. She'll send in a blast and saved by Bennett, her third. And the fourth shot taken by the Monsters. The sun really starting to shine now. Must have come out from behind a cloud overhead because the field is really lit up now. A whistle and a foul called on Gracie Barbush of Yavapai. It'll be a kick for the Monsters, 45 yards out. Low Oliveira will take the kick for the Monsters. Floats it towards the front, headed to Castro, and it's in. What a pass from Lucy Potter off the head, and now they're going to say no goal. No goal. It was offside. No goal. They waved it off. The band was going into the fight song. The cheerleaders were going into the fight song dance, and the officials said no goal. Addison Smith with it, tries to send it forward to Carlesi. Potter now with it, back to Ropalato, now to Potter. She'll send it far side to Sanford. She'll send it in towards Carlesi. Carlesi still chasing it down. It will go out of bounds for a corner for the Monsters. That hit the flag and ricocheted. Nope, they did a quick start. Carlesi curls it in. Castro nearly sent it into the back of the net. What an effort there by Carlesi to find Castro towards the back of the back post, but Castro not able to get a foot on it. Now Bennett will kick it for the Rough Riders, and instead now we'll set it up far side. 15:42 and counting to play here in the first half. 1-0 Monsters. Here over Yavapai. Potter, good defense there. Monsters get it back. Castro, back to Potter. Nice look. Potter chases it down and is cleared by Yavapai, and a throw for the Monsters. Tanaka, quick throw into Potter, and then cleared into the practice field by Yavapai. Potter to throw into Sanford. Sanford sends it across just over the top of Bennett. Sanford is showing some range from out there. Abby Sanford. Peterson near side for Yavapai. Now Peterson down the near side to Folks. Eastern gets it back to Castro. Castro sends it through to Smith. Addison looking for her fourth, and offside flag is up on the far side. Monsters have had some runs at it, and the marching band is marching off into the sunset since they've been scolded and told they cannot play during live ball action. I'm not real sure how a marching band can affect the gameplay on the field. Just not real sure. But rules be rules. And had Rosie DeWeese not brought it up, probably wouldn't have been a problem. Throw in far side for the Rough Riders. Double team far side, but Yavapai gets through it and knocked out of bounds off of Yavapai. Headed away by Yavapai far side, a throw in for the Monsters. Into Oliveira. Up to Sanford. Another long pass from Sanford. Carlesi not able to get there. Bennett will corral it for the Rough Riders. Throw to the near side to Peterson. Peterson sends it the middle to McLean. McLean has it stolen by Potter. Up ahead to Castro. Castro through a double team. Tries to sprint through, and it's sent towards the far side by Yavapai. It'll be a throw by the Monsters. It looks like Nanami Tanaka will throw. Into Castro. Sends it across towards Carlesi over her head, and we'll go over the end line for a goal kick. Coming off for Yavapai will be Morgan McLean. Up the near sideline, that didn't stay in. Bethany Vargas back on for Yavapai. Oliveira with it. Over to Sanford. Up the right sideline to Tanaka. Knocked away, and Yavapai trying to start the counter, but Sanford quickly recovers on the far side. Knuckleball sent in towards Jill Young, but knocked away by Fili Moiatu. Collision at midfield. Castro wins it. A nice slide by Castro, but picked up by Yavapai. Give and go. Didn't quite connect for Yavapai, and a throw. Suika Shibutani coming on for Lo Oliveira. Fili Moiatu will throw on the near side for the Monsters. Into Potter. Potter couldn't get the turn she wanted. Knocks it out of bounds. Kind of takes a weird flex of her hip after that. Like almost something got caught when she was trying to make that move. Fili Moiatu heads toward Castro. Castro middle of the field to Tanaka. Now to Potter. Potter not able to control, and Yavapai gets a chance. Sends it down the field. That looks like Fotrell, the leading scorer. Now sends it right side towards Folks, and the Monsters are back in control. Up to Castro. Castro goes right. Going to cross it towards Tanaka. Tanaka sends it ahead. Castro on the run through. And nothing there for the Monsters. With 8:41 to play in the first half, 1-0. Eastern Arizona College on top. On the goal from Perez. That was a sky ball. Mary Holiday knocks it down for Yavapai. Up to Carlesi. Knocked away by Fili Moiatu. Now to Fotrell. Fotrell double teamed and cleared by Oliveira. Up to Castro. Castro ahead to Smith. Smith on the run. One person to beat and can't do it. It's going to be an Eastern throw. But they slowed down the Monsters. Andrea Perez and Kami Smith back on. So a 7th-minute goal by Perez is the difference in this one. Perez gets the touch and sends it across the line. Nope, it's going to be knocked out by Yavapai. Ropalato wearing the captain's armband on the field right now to Castro. She clears some space and tries to slide and kick at the same time, and her left cleat got stuck in the turf. Kind of an awkward landing there by Castro, and Minute able to pick it up. Shibutani out to Fili Moiatu. Now Ropalato, right side to Smith. for the final 6:38 in the first half of this one. Now to Sanford, tries to find Smith and goes over the line. And a substitution on for Yavapai. It'll be a Rough Rider throw into Dottie Beathers, who's back on. Castro with a sliding attempt, not able to get there, but causes a bad pass, and Yavapai has to retreat back. Herrera with it. Up near side. Kept in by Peterson. And Perez says, gimme, that's mine. Nice defense there by Andrea Perez. Out to Ropalato. Over to Sanford. Ahead to Shibutani, who sends it ahead to Smith, but the ball checks up a little bit on her and gets taken back by Yavapai. Ropalato with the defense at midfield, sends it towards Castro. Castro turns on the Jets, not able to get there as Bennett pops it back out for Yavapai. But Shibutani's there. Actually, overran it. Up ahead to Fotrell. Fotrell on the run. 4-on-3. Knocked away by Fili Moiatu. And out to Perez. Nice defense again by the Monsters. Fili Moiatu sends it near side, but kept in by Yavapai. Perez now gets it back over to Carlesi. To Ropalato. Playing catch in the back end. Sophia Oliveira, right side to Sanford. Up to Castro. One-timer over to Kami Smith, and she is pulled from behind. That's got to be a yellow card. Smith had beat the defender, and either a horse collar or a ponytail grab. And now the referee having a conversation with the Rough Rider player. No card? You got to be kidding me. That was an intentional grab of the jersey as Smith went by. I mean, more worried about the band than the safety, I suppose. The Monsters will take it 30 yards out. Sends it across. And in by Perez, her second of the game. This one from Carlesi off the set piece, right side. Comes at the 3:32 mark. That's a brace for Perez. This one from Carlesi. And what a pass from Ana Julia Carlesi. Two goals now for Perez. A fourth assist for Carlesi. And the Monsters go up 2-0. The scoreboard hasn't changed, but we know that it's 2-0. It'll be a throw for Yavapai Rough Riders, far side. There's the scoreboard. It's 2-0 now. Monsters have it again. 3 minutes to play. Fili Moiatu. Near side to Perez, who's been the star today for Eastern. To Shibutani, but stolen away by Fotrell, but the ball ricochets off of her and out of bounds. Fili Moiatu into Perez. Hassled there by Folks. Now to Ropalato. Headed back in, but Ropalato sends it over to Sanford right side. Sanford up to Smith right side. Smith to Carlesi. Carlesi now to Castro at midfield. Sends it ahead to Smith, just underneath Smith's foot. Smith had gotten behind the defense, but couldn't turn. Now she's got another chance at it. Near side, knocked away by Yavapai. offside called on the Monsters. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Monsters lead 2-0 over Yavapai. Peterson near side. Now back to Herrera. Stolen by Castro. Castro to Shibutani. Shibutani sends it ahead to Smith. Sends it through, but just a half a step too far ahead for Smith. Holiday with it for Yavapai near side. On the run. Right side to Folks. Folks on the attack. Filimoiatu gets in front, though, and it will be a goal kick for Larissa Sanchez. She has not been bothered today. She's only given up 5 goals all season, a .86 goals against average for her, but her back line with Sanford, Oliveira, and Filimoiatu have been solid all season long. A whistle as that ball was headed back the other way for the Monsters. 28 seconds to play in the first half. Sends it in towards Sanchez, and she is there to pick it up. For the Monsters. One final clearance here in the first half, and Eastern will head to the break, leading it 2-0 over Yavapai. We'll take a break for halftime. We'll come back for second half action here from Eastern Arizona College. Monsters lead 2-0 on 2 goals from Andrea Perez in the first half. before I could even get back on the headset, Andrea Perez with the hat trick at the 42-34 mark of this one. It is all Andrea Perez all the time here this afternoon. Minute and a half into this one in the 47th minute. Perez from Oliveira. Wow, what a day for Andrea Perez. Lo Oliveira picks up an assist, and the Monsters go up 3-0. Monsters with a 3-0 lead over Yavapai, looking to extend their winning streak to 4 in a row. Coming into this one 6-2 overall, 3-1 in the league. The wind has picked up. There is a little bit of rain falling here in the Gila Valley that I felt walking up and down the bleachers at halftime. If you're just joining us, it's a hat trick for Andrea Perez today. She's got all 3 goals for the Monsters. Headed back by Yavapai. Young will lead the break, but Fili Moiatu there for the Monsters. And a whistle and a foul called on Shibutani. He thought I left with the band. Oh, I was talking to the athletic director at halftime about that. The officials didn't tell them they had to leave, but they told them they can only play at halftime and after goals. So, whistle and a foul. It's probably because I got hit with rain and I'm made of sugar I just melted. That's what it was. We'll tell my wife it was that version. Monsters on the run, far side. Looks like Perez again. Why wouldn't it be Perez? She has been all over the place today. Oliveira sends it to Abby Sanford. On the near side, she sends it through, but knocked down by Yavapai. Now back on the run, but Oliveira there to clear it. Eastern, I have not seen Arizona Western this year, but Eastern has got to have the best defensive line, the back line, in the conference. They are solid. I mean, when your goalkeep gives up less than 1 goal per game and has only given up 5 all season, there are not many teams getting very many looks. Oliveira up the side, far side to Perez. To Potter, back to Perez. To Bryn Kelly. Now to Wardell, sends it ahead. And Talon Bennett will come out and grab that up. For Yavapai. I feel like Wardell hit that one down with her elbow, but I don't wear a neon green shirt, so. Oliveira out to Perez. Got 3 goals. Let's see if she can add an assist to her point total today. Back to Oliveira. Near side to Kami Smith. Smith has it knocked away by Vargas, but back onto the foot of Sanford. Sends it across, and Kelly just she just couldn't see it coming through all of those defenders, and neither could Bennett. That one was close for the Monsters. Sanford keeps it in, now on the run. Right side to Wardell. Wardell back to Sanford. Gets through the back line. Ball's loose. Kelly can't get it in. Is headed away and saved on the back line. Kelly had a golden opportunity, but the back line of the Rough Riders were there to clear it for the Rough Riders. Sanford looks like she's setting up on the far side for the corner kick. Floats it in and headed out of bounds by the Monsters. Golden opportunity for Suika Shibutani. It was a gorgeous pass. And we have a substitution far side. I was wondering what the referee was wandering around about. The flag just down to the southeast of the field, really starting to whip around. I see some umbrellas out in the stands. Kami Smith with some good defense there. Can Kelly get back onside? She cannot. But the Monsters putting on pressure again. Shibutani. Near side, knocked down by Mia Hauser. That is a major league pop fly, but corralled by the Monsters to Lo Oliveira. To Kelly, back to Oliveira. Right-footed, up and over. Nice attempt there by Lo Oliveira. She is a lefty. Tried it with her right foot and just floated a little bit high. Monsters lead 33-0 with 35 minutes to play. We're 10 minutes into the second half. And Andrea Perez with a hat trick here this afternoon. Bryn Kelly muscles through the defense. She'll send one up and over through the goalpost. That doesn't count in this sport, though. And another, the 7th shot taken by the Monsters here this afternoon. Shibutani heads it in to Kelly. Kelly gets taken down, and they're going to call out a foul. Monsters are going to have a free kick about 30 yards out. Yep, they're going to put it right on the 20-yard line of the football field. That makes it a 30-yard attempt from Oliveira. Her and Sanford are lined up, but it looks like Oliveira is going to take the kick. The lefty. Nope, it will be Bryn Kelly through. And Bennett comes out with the save. Ball loose. Potter gets a foot on it. And sent towards the middle of the field. Wardell not able to pick that one up. It'll be a throw in for the Monsters. Fili Boyatu, far side. Into Perez. Now to Potter. Potter sends it, middle of the field. Bennett will come out and scoop it up for Yavapai. Monsters have put pressure on this Yavapai offense in all parts of the field today. As I say that, they get through to Futrell. Looking for Jill Davis on the run, and not much there. It trickles towards Larissa Sanchez. Out to Sanford. Gets past the defender in Holiday. Not a Jet 2 Holiday. Nice through ball. Kelly on the run. Onside. Far side. Sets. Sprints. Fires. And it will be a goal kick. And they will change keepers for Yavapai. They will bring on Poppy Anderson, a sophomore from London, England. She will get the remaining 32 minutes of this one. And Talon Bennett will be done for the evening. Throw in for Yavapai with Mia Hauser. Sanford retreats and then clears into the cheerleaders. That's a really dangerous spot if you're the cheerleaders. It is for the women's game, but for the men's game coming up, if they're still out there for the men's game, that sport happens just a little bit faster. I think that's the biggest part of collegiate athletics, especially here at the JUCO level. Somebody asked me the other day how many games I've broadcast, and soccer is a new sport to me, and it's probably obvious for those of you that have been following soccer your child's whole career. But Anderson clears. But since the year 2000, 331 high school football games, 221 junior college football games, and 996 college basketball games. And the thing so 1,528 games total. I guess if you count the volleyball game earlier today, that's 1,529, and this is 1,530. But the speed of the game is what surprises freshmen even at the junior college level. They go through that. First of all, they think, oh man, I have to go JUCO. So there's a little bit of them that go, I'm too good to play JUCO. Then they get, especially to the ACCAC. That's what I'm talking about. That's the only conference I see on a regular basis. But then they get here, and the speed of the game is just outrageous on the women's side. And then you get to the men's side, and it is even more speedier, more faster. Poppy Anderson chases it down for Eastern. Now the rain's starting to come down a little bit harder. See people headed underneath for the concourse here. You have to be a diehard to sit through a rainstorm and watch a soccer match. I'm inside. I'll stay here all day. Lo Oliveira with it. She hits the deck, and there will be a whistle and a foul. That's just my observation over the last 25 years, especially here at Eastern, all sports. The speed of the game and the physicality of the game, too. I'm sure some of you that are watching that did play. Almost found the head of Wardell, who was flying through there on the Sanford attempt. And we have reached, I thought we were going for a water break. Instead, it is a substitution break. Coming on to Nami Tanaka and coming on the near side is number 28, who I don't have on my handwritten roster. I've got to look it up online for the Monsters. There is not a 28. But I think that is Ana Julia Carlesi. Her 5 jersey either must have some blood on it or was ripped, because that is definitely Carlesi. 28 minutes to play here. Monsters in control, up 3-0. They have controlled all aspects of the game this afternoon. Yavapai, far side. Yavapai has only taken 2 shots on goal this afternoon. Now Yavapai going to clear it for a throw for the Monsters on the far side. It will be Fili Moiatu. We do have a sub, as Potter will head off and Ropalato will come back on. Yavapai trying to get organized right side, but the Monsters have 5 back on defense. Ropalato back to Oliveira, back to Ropalato, to Sanford. Sends it through, and it gets through the back line, but Poppy Anderson will be there for Yavapai. Sends it down. Sanford there heads it back towards midfield. Carlesi. Oliveira. Fancy footwork. Official says play on. Over to Shibutani. Middle of the field to Wardell. Wardell to Carlesi. Carlesi, nice through ball to Bryn Kelly. Now back out to Lo Oliveira. Sends it far side to Tanaka. She's not able to get there to keep it in play, though. Ropalato. Oh, nice heel defense far side by Bethany Vargas. That was not giving up on the play, because that pass was headed right back to the Monsters down this far side, but Vargas just stuck a heel out there. Nice. Looked for Tanaka. Tanaka onside. Into the edge. Crosses for Carlesi and over her head. And Anderson will get a goal kick. Fili Moiatu able to slow down the attack far side. 50-50 ball, won by Yavapai. Oliveira able to get it back, though. Right back on the foot of Gracie Folks, though. And Sophia Oliveira clears it up to midfield. But Bryn Kelly ricochets it into the Yavapai bench. The Yavapai substitutes have stood the entire game. No sitting for them. Oliveira. Up to Carlesi. Gets through the double team. Carlesi looking for options. Leaves it for Kelly. Back to Carlesi on the through. And Anderson there for Yavapai. Sanford with it for Eastern, near side. Turns the corner. Sends it through to Kelly. She's onside. And Anderson comes way out to the edge of the 18 to clear it. That was a good look from midfield. West Foot, the near side assistant referee, said you are onside. 4 new on Tanaka, Castro, Smith, Oh, just 3 on. That is Fili Moiatu that is throwing in on the far side. I was like, there's a 4th person standing there, but that is Fili Moiatu. Smith with it, far side. Tries to cross near side, but nobody home. So Carlesi, wearing her new 28 jersey, will send it in to Smith. Gets over the head of the defender, and Poppy Anderson there to chase it down. The wind is blowing out of the north, and the press box shelters most people from said wind and rain. As long as the lightning stays away, we're okay. Yavapai with a chance right side, but then Fili Moiatu able to knock it off of the defender's foot. And we will have hydration break. 21:53 to play here in the ball game. The Monsters in control, leading 3-0 over Yavapai. We'll be back after this. Monsters cleared up the far side. Addison Smith finds it on her feet. 4-on-3, back the other way. Now Castro. Castro 1-on-1, saved by Anderson. The rebound comes out. And the Monsters keep it in the attacking end, and Tanaka not able to put enough on it. Castro had a one-on-one opportunity with Anderson, and Anderson able just to stay in front of it. Wasn't a bad effort by Castro, just an even better effort by Anderson. Castro runs towards it near side, and it is cleared out by Yavapai. Carlesi to throw. Picked up by Smith. Splits the double team. Smith sends it across. Will be a Gila Monster throw. Sanford will take care of that into Oliveira. Up to Shibutani. Shibutani sends it far side looking for Addison Smith, but Anderson there for Yavapai. A hat trick by Andrea Perez this afternoon is the difference in this one. 20 minutes to play. Monsters lead 3-0. Into Ropalato. Down to Smith. Smith sends it back to Ropalato, far side. And nobody home on the go. I think she was looking for Tanaka to head into the box, but nothing there. Yavapai in control at midfield. Knocked out by Filimoiatu. Castro in a battle for it at midfield. Off to right side to Carlesi. Carlesi on the run. Anderson all the way out to control it. She's a little bit more aggressive than Talon Bennett is playing in there. She likes to play out and try to beat the offense to the ball. Kaylee Coolidge into the lineup for Yavapai. Oliveira heads it towards Castro, and Castro is laid out. No whistle, though. There's been a couple of times in this one that I really thought there was going to be a stoppage for contact, but not so. That was one of them. Earlier in the contest, I really thought there was going to be a yellow card issued to the Rough Riders for pulling on the collar of Kami Smith. In American football, that would be called a horse collar, but there was just a stern talking to and no card issued. Up the right sideline, Castro with a head of steam into the corner right side. She'll stop, has it out to Carlesi, back to Castro, and offside. Nice pass from Carlesi, but Castro never got back on side before making that run. And with 17 minutes, Yavapai will kick. Monsters lead 3-0. To the near side, looking for Folks, and she loses it across the line. It'll be a throw for Ropoletto. In towards Castro. Now back to Ropoletto. And a whistle and a foul called against number 8, Liliana Baker, freshman from Lake Havasu. Carlesi, 51 yards from the goal, will let it fly towards Tanaka, and Poppy Anderson is there. Castro runs over Anderson, but she holds on. We'll count that as a save for Anderson. And another shot by the Monsters. Carlesi gets it right back, though, sends it to Castro. Castro reverses it, looking for Shibutani, but only green jerseys in front. Yavapai on the run right side, but Sofia Oliveira there to chase it down for the Monsters. And off of the Yavapai Rough Riders, and it will be a throw for the Monsters. The strategy in regaining possession in the game of soccer is an interesting part of the game. Sanford sends it through. Castro on the run. Anderson sends it sideways. She was outside the 18, so she wasn't able to pick it up. And I think she realized it at the last second. She almost kicked it behind herself. Sun starting to set here at Eastern Arizona College. The wind starting to shift, a little bit of rain outside. Men's game coming up at 7 o'clock here, Arizona time. Shibutani, center of the field. Going to let it fly, floats it over the head of Anderson. Couple of substitutions on for Yavapai, as Baker will head off. As will, looks like, 16, Regan Peterson, the sophomore from Chandler. Anderson for Eastern, it looks like they're getting some of their subs warmed up on the far side. That actually looks like some of their starters. Oliveira, once again, back on defense as Jill Young can't find any room. Carlesi over to Smith. Smith to Ropoletto. Oh, nice look to Carlesi, but just a little bit out in front. Right idea. Pacing was just off. 13.5 to play. Monsters by 3. 3-0. Addison Smith gets it away from Aaron Wilkins. Out to Tanaka far side. Up ahead to Castro. Castro knocked off her line, and Yavapai gets it back. Yavapai near side. Sanford not there, but Sofia Oliveira is. Sound like a broken record, but every time Yavapai makes a run, it is Sofia Oliveira. Barbush splits the double team. Guess who? Sofia Oliveira there to make the stop. Up to Addison Smith. Near side to Carlesi. Ahead to Castro. Castro to Smith on side. Smith has runners far side. Taken away by Yavapai, but kicked over the line. And they're going to blow a whistle foul on Addison Smith after she lost the ball. And Castro sliding effort on Anderson. And it's knocked out of bounds off the Monsters' far side. Nice effort there by Castro. Yavapai it was kind of a lazy pass back to Anderson, and so Castro decided she was going to go after it. Bryn Kelly back on. Wardell back on. Kami Smith back on. Low Oliveira, Ropolato, and Tanaka back off for the Monsters. Bryn Kelly will throw. Far side.
Now subbing in number 11, Kami Smith. Number 13, James Wardell. Number 21, Bryn Kelly.
Carlesi and Young get tangled up at midfield. It will go on Young. Carlesi will kick from midfield. 10.5 minutes to play in this one. Eastern Arizona College men's soccer coming up next. Carlesi sends it long, and Anderson will have a goal kick for the Rough Riders. Barbush with it at midfield. Off to Wilkins near side. Monsters with the steal. Wardell can't get it ahead to Castro, but a nice effort. Knocked down by Carlesi, though. Monsters still on the attack and leaves it to Wardell. Wardell still in possession. She'll leave it up top of the box to Kelly, but she's not able to hang on to it. But Fili Moiatu there to keep it in for the Monsters. On top to Carlesi. Sends it back far side to Fili Moiatu, who's on the attack far side, and Yavapai able to see it across the line. And now Fili Moiatu has to sprint all the way back on defense. It will be a throw, though, for Eastern deep in their end as Yavapai sends it over the line. Carlesi to throw. No, that's not Carlesi. That is Smith to throw. Towards Wardell. Shouldered down by Yavapai and sent up the field. Carlesi there for the Monsters. She turns and burns. Now sends it right side. And it will slowly roll over the end line for a goal kick. Had some nice backspin on it from Carlesi. And substitute on for Yavapai. Monsters lead 3-0. Here over Yavapai on a hat trick from Andrea Perez. She's had a big night. She has been around the net all night long on the attack. And the official going to slow that attack and say that Addison Smith, you've got to rethrow that. And they do. Into Kelly. Now to Wardell. Wins the tackle. And loses the defender and is going to be called for a push-off. That would have been an offensive foul in basketball as well. Wardell used her off arm to clear the defender. It would be cool if soccer had a cool offensive foul call like basketball, though. If I was the soccer boss, I would give the officials cool signals. Anderson there to pick it up for Yavapai, rolls it out. And the Monsters get it back. Whistle and a foul called on Eastern. Right, if you think about it, all fouls other than the cards are the same signal in soccer. It'd be cool if, that was a tiny foul, that was a medium foul, oh, that was a big foul. And that was an offensive foul. Just thinking outside the box here. Wardell with it for Eastern, near side to Smith. Smith sends it slicing in to Kelly. Kelly sends it ahead to Castro. Castro went the other way, though, and Anderson out to pick it up. 6 minutes left in this one. Monsters have been in control from the opening kick here tonight. They will extend their winning streak to 4 and move to 7-2 overall, 4-1 in the ACCAC. I know 6 minutes is still a long time in soccer, but when Eastern has been in as much control as they have been all night long, slim and none are the chances. That goes over the end line for a corner, though, for the Monsters, far side. That will be their 4th corner kick of the night. Carlesi will tee it up. Kicking into the teeth of the wind, though. This will have a tendency to float. Carlesi ready. Crosses. Anderson saves. Ball's loose and cleared by Yavapai. Third save by Poppy Anderson. Shibutani with it. Midfield. Now to Carlesi. Back to Shibutani. Wardell gets it to Kelly. Kelly ahead to Castro. And Anderson there. Monsters have put pressure defensively and offensively tonight. They've won all aspects of this one. 4.5 to play. 3-0 Eastern. Fili Moyatu sends that one over the line, trying to clear it. Now Jill Davis, sent out by, guess who? Sophia Oliveira. And again. Will be a goal kick for Sanchez, Larissa Sanchez, for the Monsters. We'll send it to Sanford near side. Sends it up to Smith. She tries to ricochet it, but didn't get enough of it. Far side, Davis with it. Knocked away by Sanford, but Davis corrals. Backs her way down. And Sanford redirects her, and Oliveira sends it across the line for a Yavapai throw. Coolidge will throw towards the edge of the 18, headed down by Oliveira, and that one hurt. As soon as Oliveira headed that one, she went down. She is still down, but the officials are letting the play go, and now he is going to let they're going to stop the clock and tend to Sophia Oliveira. It was almost immediate. Oliveira headed that one to clear it, and as soon as she did, she went down. She held her face and then went down to the turf, and she's going to get up and stay in the game. I have never personally tried to head a soccer ball. I'm sure there's a right way to do it, but Oliveira got it a little bit too far down her face, and I think it went off of her nose is what the verdict was. And Oliveira, good as new. Up to Castro on the clearance. Now to Kami Smith, and she can't hang on to it. She's frustrated with herself because she knew that was a golden opportunity down the near sideline. Coolidge to throw in. Kami Smith knocks it out. Coolidge throws it into Holiday, but she's going to be called with a handball. 2:18 to play here at Eastern Arizona College. Send a far side to Smith. Smith on the give and go, left side. Sends it across to Castro. She is able to hold on to possession. Goes left. And eventually, Yavapai tries to clear, but there's Eastern again. Tanaka to Kelly. Heads it left side and into the back of the net. Good goal for Bryn Kelly. Her 9th of the season comes at the 140 mark. Her 9th goal of the season. Kelly from Tanaka on the assist. The 140 mark of the ball game. Eastern goes up 4-0. I was wondering if Bryn Kelly was going to get her 9th in this one. The Monsters will be at Cochise College on September 30th. Back home against Ottawa on the 3rd. Home against Western on the 7th. To finish out the season, on for Eastern Arizona will be number 19, Avery Bingham.
Now subbing into the game, number 19, Avery Brown.
Also on for Eastern,
And number 26, Grace Dodge.
26, Grace Dodge on as well for Eastern. The final 140 of this one. 4-0 lead now for the Monsters. Hat trick for Perez, and the 9th of the year for Bryn Kelly. Have the Monsters well in control. Now Bingham trying to get her first touch, knocked out of bounds by Yavapai. Now Fili Moiatu coming off for the first time today. Throw in to Sanford. Sends it across to Kelly again, but Anderson there. And a collision. Anderson and Kelly, and Anderson is writhing in pain, and now Kelly going to get a talking to by the referee. Maybe he forgot his cards today because he has not issued a card yet today. Kelly doesn't get one either, and Anderson gets back up. I think she got the air knocked out of her, which is very painful. Up to the near side to Folks. Down the middle of the field to Holiday. Far side, knocked off of Yavapai. It will be an Eastern throw-in. Up to Davis. Now back to Holiday. Left side to Fautrell. Fautrell tries to score, but the final horn ends, and that'll do it here at Eastern Arizona College. 4-0 win for Eastern Arizona College. A hat trick tonight for Andrea Perez. She scored from Wardell in the first 8 minutes. Then from Carlesi, with less than 4 minutes to play in the first half. It was a 2-0 lead for the Monsters at halftime. Then a minute and a half into the second half, Perez from Lo Oliveira to make it 3-0. And then the final goal of the night was Bryn Kelly from Tanaka with 1:40 to play to make it 4-0. Eastern moves to 7-2 overall, 4-1 in the ACC. They will move their winning streak to 4. Yavapai falls to 4-4-1 and 1-4 in the ACC. That'll do it for us here on the women's game. The men's game coming up in about 40 minutes here from Eastern Arizona College. We'll be here on EA TV. Thanks for watching.